I don't know what episode this is. Welcome back to Sonia KE. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited and so grateful for you to be here one more time. Thank you. Thank you if you're a returning viewer. If you're a subscriber already, wow, I'm so grateful. One thing I want to say today is remember to subscribe if you're new here. If you're new here, maybe to give you a summary of what this channel is about. It's about Sonia KE. I share stories of growth, of motivation, of encouragement, and we also do a bit of fun. We also do challenges on weight loss, and it is a place to belong. Really feel welcome, and also like, share, comment. I want to hear from you. I love hearing from you guys, but just make sure you subscribe for the sake of the time that you take to commit into these things. Just remember that you need to subscribe. Thank you so much for this far. So today it's story time again. I love telling stories because I feel like my life is full of moments where, like, literally God took me out of something and I owe it to the world to share, to motivate somebody else and to encourage other people. And that I've gone through life. No, mine is no special than anybody else's, and if everybody else want to share, it would be a better world for everybody because we learn. But mine is special to me because I feel like I made mistakes. There are things that I did that was special and different and could be motivation to everybody else. That's why I share. So welcome to this channel. Subscribe and remember to like, comment, and let's build this together. I hope I'm not speaking too fast. Sometimes I speak too fast, so you can also tell me slow down, sweetie. Welcome. So I want to share a story today. I want to tell you guys a story. Another one of my very close encounters with nastiness in the face of this earth as a young girl. And the reason why I'm very passionate about issues of women and girls and children, and the reason why I even volunteer, I've been a volunteer for a long time. I was at the Young Women Christian Association, and now I'm also opening up to other organizations just to support young women and girls, and just to hold their hands, because trust me, they need it. They need it. They need it. I have nothing against the male child, and I also support them and encourage them. But the woman needs more help and support in the face of this. This is nature. Now, once upon a time, to begin my story, just a background. I was after my mom passed, I was living in Ushago. And by the way, as I tell these stories, usually my intention is not to shame or to bring down anybody. Because one thing that I want to accept and openly say is that it takes a lot for somebody to take care of somebody else that they didn't have plans for. Let alone your oops babies. Now, this person's parents are gone and you have to take them in. It takes a heart. It takes a different kind of mental game altogether to just accept somebody else, take them care of them like your own, and just also cater for them in terms of food, clothing, shelter. It's a whole different ball game. So never in my life will I ever shame or speak badly or negatively about any person who made an effort to bring me up or to support me or to help me in any small way. I'm the most appreciative person, and if God blesses my hands today or in the future to have any form of resources, I'll come through for anybody who came through for me and more people, because this world is full of so much pain and heartache that sometimes all we need is one man, one woman to say, you know what, I'm gonna make a difference and this is enough. I'm sorry, I don't know how I got into this whole passionate thing, but I needed to make that disclaimer, because sometimes most people, especially if you grew up as an orphan, let me tell you now, and you've made it where you are, even if you're in the streets, trust me, you need somebody's help or somebody has helped you, and you ought to be grateful regardless of how they did it. It's not about how they did it, because some people look at, oh, she didn't give me enough food. No, she gave you. Even that is not enough. She gave you. Appreciate, be thankful. Take it from the point of being appreciative than looking at the things they didn't do and the things they did wrongly. They might be the most mouthy and they bring you down emotionally, but you're living. They put a roof on your table. As I keep on saying in this channel, it's the perspective that you choose to take that defines who you are. If you choose to take the positive perspective, and if you choose to deliberately search for something positive to hold on to, you'll get. The same way, if you're the kind of person who looks for negative, you will get. you will get a negative. It's what you seek, you find. It's what you seek that you find. So if you're seeking positivity, if you're seeking hope, if you're seeking joy, if you're seeking happiness, you will find that. You'll get that. And that's a story for a whole story for another day. But I just wanted to say that as I share my stories, there are stories that happened to me because of the way things were at that time, that we can pick a lesson or two from and learn as we move forward, but not meant to shame anybody, not meant to say how anybody or somebody is bad. No, I am not that kind of person, and don't take it out of perspective. So I'm taking you to Marera, Kamagambo. Yeah, we used to go to Marera Primary School. You can Google it. And I know there's so many people who've come from there. And one thing I want to say is that we come from far. If you're watching and you're from a different country, trust me, some of us, it's like what is this? What did God have in plans? Like, why am I even sitting here? Like, why can I even talk? Because some of us are meant to rot. Some of us, if everything was supposed to be the way they are, without the influence of God, without people, without being helped, wow, we'd be I don't know, we'd be in the streets or something. Even people in the streets are not that badly off. Yeah. Now, I used to be in school. It was primary school. I remember there's a day that I was coming from school. There's a lady, we were at the same age. She was just living in a home just behind our home. It's just the road separating us. She was taking care of this old lady. I can say her name because probably I know many people don't know, and I really don't know where she went. I never heard from her. I've never ever got to hear where she went, to what happened to her. But anyway, trying to give context on the story. So this day, it was I think a rainy day. Yeah. So our school was in such a way that when you're going, there's a hill. You go down the hill, you cross the river, then you go up. Yeah? Then you go to the school. When you're coming back, it's again, you go down, there's a river, then you go up the hill, then there's the other side. I think our homes are just like that, generally where I come from. I come from Migori, and it's like hilly river. And it's defined, it's what defines like landmarks and all that. So that day, we're from school, we come, and usually we just walk slowly from school. I remember it was lower primary, so that means you're not going in the afternoon. So just walking slowly home. Then we got to this river. What was the name of the river? The river, if you come from that area, the river just before that hill. You have to cross the river, it is slidey, it's muddy. What we didn't know was that a group of boys from schools had planned how they wanted to attack us and do funny things to us. And it was a plan that had been hatched for a long time. It had spread, and there were more people that knew about this plan than just us. But we didn't know. So as we were walking from school, the thing is, even my grandmother and people at home had complained about how we arrived late after people, because people who are going back to school in the afternoon would come very fast. They eat so that they can go back. But for me, because it was lower primary, we would just walk slowly. There was no hurry. Maybe once in a while you pick firewood as you're going home, yeah? But we would be late. So it's like this day is new. We'd be late, so by the time we'd be crossing, there'd be not many people crossing the river with us, yeah? So this lady was called Chicken. That name, I never thought about it. Oh my god. Yeah, her name was Chiki. So Chiki was a bit, can I say, stronger than me? She was a bit experienced than me. She was more physically, able to run and things like that than me. So we get to the river, and I noticed one of them was sitting there. I don't even remember their names, but trust me, if I see their faces, I know them because we are with them in school. So we noticed them. The river, the place for crossing is very slidey. Oh my god. So now I go to cross the river. We noticed the first boy. Then Chiki jumped first. So when she jumped and crossed the other side, she noticed this guy is coming and she started running. So when she started running, these guys followed her. And then I was remaining behind, really struggling with even crossing the river. Seeing one of them is not running, it's waiting for me to cross. So I don't know what happened. I don't know whether I fell into the water. I don't know what happened. I started screaming. I don't even think I hurt my leg or what. Then as they were chasing Chiki sort of went ahead of them. Like she was faster, yeah. So I crossed and I started running. Instead of running towards following Chiki, I went into the bushes like this to the other side. Then I ran in the farm. I can hear them talking. I can hear voices, but there's a way. I wish I could give you guys context with our home. It's a very bushy those days place, yeah. So there's a way you could cross, and I came out through somewhere in front, but I didn't follow the actual path where people needed to follow. So by the time I was getting home, we met with Chiki. I just crossed in the front. I met her somewhere. She was crying. Her clothes were torn. I don't know what they did to her, but I don't know. I can't say they raped her because it didn't take that much time for people to get that far. But she's really screamed because I could hear screaming. And of course, usually at home, there's always someone in the farm. There's always a Amze in the shamba. There's something happening always. So she screamed and they came to help her. But her clothes were torn and her dress was torn. Like, she was messed up. I think she fell. This part was also. But for me, the only thing is that I remember a thorn pricked my leg, and I had a lot of black jacks on my clothes. And I met her. I'm laughing, but this thing was so painful, you guys. I was in like class 3. So we get home. My grandmother and my fathers at that time were already mad that we're late. So they were really waiting to give us the beatings, and because we were told that we need to be working with people, we shouldn't be left behind. But it didn't occur to me why they didn't want us to remain behind and walk slowly and all that. Ideally now is when I understand that walking in the group was a safer way of getting home, which is very painful because imagine you're not even safe going to school and coming back, and the danger is your own fellow students. Anyway, so we get home and we're crying, we're confused, I'm all jacked up, blackjacks. And then my friend she was so emotional, she was really crying. And then we get done, we told them what happened, how these boys were running after us and chasing us, and this happened. And they didn't take it lightly. At least they were not happy. They're very mad at these people. And the problem is the people you know by name, you know where they come from. And you're wondering, why am I a target? That time, you're young, you didn't even realize that you're a girl, you're probably beautiful, they're probably attracted, and the way they're handling it is harassing you, and you grow up with so much, what's it called, trauma. Like, what is that? Who goes through things like that? Who has stories of sharks that are just weird? I have many, and I'm sharing them in a way to enlighten people that probably need to be appreciative of the kind of life that you lived and the environment that you lived. And if you lived a worse, if you lived a worse one like than me, I'm just wondering, what life did you live? Yeah, what is that? Yeah. But I know that people went through much worse, and I can afford to now tell these stories with a smile on my face, not because they're funny or they're not painful or they're not consequences to such, but to tell people out here that things happen that we have no idea, but we have a way of going through them. So for today's stories was just a motivation and an encouragement, and to tell someone out there that worst can happen. If you're going through crap, time has a way of healing you. Time has a way of making things better. And I just want to throw it in there that there's a God in heaven who hears. There is a God in heaven who hears all of our prayers. For the sake of not getting strikes, but anyway, there's a God in heaven. Feel encouraged, feel motivated this day, feel energized. Know that somebody else is going through worse than you. They might not see it as worse because they are going through it. That's the thing. When you're going through something, you're probably not the person to talk about it at that point. Finish going through it fast. You talk about it as a story, a victory story, or a non-victory story that led to a victory story. Either way, something is bound to give. Yeah, learn that prayer works. Keep on praying. Don't give up in life. Don't cut your life short. Don't get to the point where you feel like it's only you. Trust me, if you're going through something, somebody else is going through worse stories than you, worse things than you, and things about to get better in the future. So today's was just an encouragement that, trust me, some of us have gone through things that are weird. So why am I chasing us in the forest at grade 3? Why? What do you want from me? Like, do I even have something to offer at that point? But the trauma, the torture, the pain, the fear, the next day you're going to school, you don't know who you're going to see him. Is he going to chase me again? What life is that? Yeah, people live such, by the way, and we thrive, we conquer. To tell stories like today, feel motivated and feel encouraged that things are going to be okay. Have a good day. Have a blessed day. Remember to subscribe, share, like, comment, and see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye. Mwah.